The question comes from Vera, and she says, how do we stop the same response you expect to have when you come in contact with a specific person? What are things I could use, please? Thank you.
Hi, Vera. I'm going to trust that you're very sincere in asking the question, because I'm going to give you a specific exercise. And if you will do the exercise as specifically as I outline it for you, then you will have the answer to your question. I'm about to go sit down with my mother, my brother, my father. I'm going to go to work, and there's my supervisor, or that person that I'm supposed to supervise, who is a jackass. Just a jackass. And I'm already, I feel the whip in my hand. I've got my spurs. I know what's going to happen, and I wish I could avoid it, but I just can't, because it is my mother or my supervisor or an employee. So I'm going to come into contact with a specifically horrible human being. And I know they're horrible because my reaction to them is horrible. Think it through. My horrible reaction that tells me the horror I'm in is because of that person. I don't want to go through that horror again. So if I can, avoid, but now I know I can't. So here's what I'm going to do. I know I'm going to have that reaction. How many of you know there will be points you come here? I'm going to have a reaction. It's going to have it. But I'm going to have a new intention, in particular with this person. And my new reaction is, and if I could do it, and I know you're going to think I'm kidding, I would. I used to, in the old days, when I'd go into certain situations, I would tape 2 or 3 of my fingers together. I would tape them together so that when I began to react and know that my hands become reactive, that having them together would suddenly remind me that a donkey is about to use my hands to flail around and throw the whip. Set the intention no matter what. I was going to say use duct tape, but that someone would know there was something wrong. But psychologically use duct tape. Under no circumstances agree to give voice to or to identify with your habitual reaction. That's it, nothing else. Why? Because I know that I am going to be taken over and the donkey's going to start riding me. So that's my aim. What will I learn if I do that? Vera, you report back next week what you learned if you do that, because I already know what you're going to learn. Most people here who have worked a little bit know what you're going to learn, but now you have to learn it directly. It will be shocking. And I can't wait to hear about the shock, because the shock is the first step in liberating you from a consciousness that has a million reasons why it reacts negatively to the people it does.